What's up guys, Rick with RallySport Direct here, and welcome to episode number 3 of the Land Speed Record vlog. I did want to release this video earlier, actually quite a bit earlier. I ended up getting sick and I feel like I'm just starting to recover, and so that slowed things down quite a bit. But that also means I'm behind on a lot of things. So yeah, this is basically the journey to getting the suspension on the car. But anyway, enjoy. What I need to do is drop the subframe. I think I'm just gonna drop everything together, the entire subframe, the entire rear subframe. First thing we'll do is we're gonna pop these axle nuts off. 32 millimeter. Nope. One second. When in doubt, first thing, stinky exhaust. Next, front subframe. Then after that, rear subframe. Hey, what's up? Nope, never mind, we're good. What I wanted to get done today was taking all this crap apart because I have a bunch of suspension stuff that I want to show you guys. But let's at least get everything apart. Couple things. One, I expected a much tougher fight with those ladder bolts. But every single thing I was taking off, I mean everything, had anti-seize on it. So it looks like somebody's been up in here. Looks like the rear bearings went out at one point and they actually just bought a whole new hub, because it has ABS on it, and this car doesn't have ABS. Anti-seize everywhere. Now, I don't recommend using anti-seize on a vehicle, but I will say in this one instance, I am certainly glad that whoever worked on this car before me did that. So, let's move on to the front. Got the entire front end apart. Power steering rack. This is, I'll actually be converting this to a manual rack eventually. I have new inner tie rods on order, and we've got the outers from Whiteline. Axles, I've been thinking about rebuilding them. I just don't know, we need to get a 5-speed transmission still, or a 6-speed, probably a 5-speed. Okay, hubs. I want to get these things cleaned up. I'll order some new wheel bearings and we'll get them pressed in. Honestly, all the wheel bearings feel okay, but I would just feel a lot better if we got new ones. Then of course the rear cross member, I want to get it all sanded and painted, but I want to try a little experiment. I'm just going to clean this up and then we'll paint it and see how it looks, and if we like it, we'll do it for the rest of the car. So let's get started. think that looks really good. I think 1 or 2 more coats and that'll look really nice. Now, I also took the liberty of doing the same to all the other sides. So now what I'll do is I'll go through and basically hit them with some degreaser, make sure we get everything nice and clean. We're gonna paint. Wear your safety glasses and face mask and safety first. I'm pretty happy with that, so I'm gonna let that dry and maybe we'll hit it with a few more coats. But while that's drying, I think I'll work on this ugly rear subframe. This is just primer, so we're gonna let that dry. And while the subframe's drying, we're gonna move on to the knuckles. I'm gonna get the hubs pressed out, and of course those disassembled, and the hubs pressed out of there. And then we'll inspect the hubs. If they're good, we'll keep them. If not, we'll get new ones. And I've got some new wheel bearings on order, but I wanna get those cleaned up, and we'll just try to make it look as nice as possible. So let's do it. Hubs are out. I need to check to make sure those all look good. And I put 1 layer of paint on the subframe and the knuckles are all apart. Now, these rear backing plates are going in the garbage. Seeing if I can get some more on order. The knuckles I'm gonna clean up and paint. Hubs are done. I actually think these look pretty nice. I haven't pressed out the races yet, but I will. Then of course everything else got, you know, same treatment. So that's basically kind of where it all fell apart. You know, GoPro batteries were dead, the batteries for the lights, and you know, I was in such a rush to try to get everything done that just some things just didn't get filmed. Getting the steering rack converted to a manual, I wanted to do, you know, like a how-to, right? And that ended up not working out audio-wise, and so everything just kind of fell apart right there at the end. Rack is getting painted and we're gonna do a cool color on it, but something a little exciting. We got a care package, and then look what finally showed up. Yes, these are off of a Well, just a JDM GC SDI, but we're getting everything unboxed. We're gonna do a little bit of media with this, and then we're installing everything. So it was my fault, and you know, but I was just in such a rush to get everything done. But I will say, out of all of that work and, you know, messing up and with the camera gear and stuff like that, you know, those type of things happen, but it's just kind of a bummer because you want it. I wanted to show you guys, but the end result was awesome. I mean, it's just, it looks so good. Thank you so much for watching. Hit subscribe. Subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. This is a cool project. Like, this is genuinely a very cool project, and I'm really excited to try to break a record, or, you know, fail marvelously trying. So if you guys liked it, please give me a thumbs up. If you don't, you can hit that thumbs down button. This is just for fun for me. I mean, well, it's a lot of work, but I'm doing it for you guys. So thanks, guys. See you next time. Anyway, I'm rambling. So big thanks to White Line. If anybody from White Line watches this video, sincerely, I know the last video was more like properly done and stuff like that, but you have no idea how stoked I was when all of those parts showed up. Like, it's just,